Hello makers, welcome back to another episode of 3D Maker Noob. I'm Joe, and today's awesome creation is this awesome candy machine right over here. Stick around. Welcome back makers. So I've been going through Thingiverse for quite a few days now, trying to find something interesting that catches my eye. And this candy machine here sort of popped out at me. I thought the design was very awesome actually. It's quite simple in its own way. It's designed by someone called piraxchild. The model itself has now been moved onto Myminifactory as well. I will link the files for both sites in the video description. So anyway, I downloaded the files and I wanted to give the task of printing all of this to my Micromake Delta. And I think it came absolutely great. I obviously did a time lapse of it, so here you go. So it took me about a whole day to print all of the parts. And the filaments I used for these parts are rigid ink PLA for the red, the orange, the yellow, and the blue part. I used Filamentum luminous green for the inside part and also, well, the knob. And I used Filamentive glass clear for the jar. Now, there are two versions of this print. One of them is with a printable jar. The other one actually has a bit of an extension at the bottom of this base where you can fit an actual glass jar. But seeing as I had the glass filament from Filamentive, I thought I really wanted to try that out on the Delta. Now, unfortunately, this is actually about this big, but it's snapped off. The reason being, actually two reasons being, one, I was still dialing in the settings. It still printed fairly well on the Delta. This printed, if I remember correctly, at around 245 degrees. It requires quite a bit of temperature with the fan off. However, it prints without support. However, the inside part here is actually quite thin, and it goes on a bit of a ledge on the inside, so it becomes very weak, and it came off pretty much instantly. However, it still fits, it's still secure, so I'm quite happy with that. So in order to put this together, actually before I continue, this part here, this is the front face of the candy machine, and it kind of sticks here. Now you can print this facing down without any supports whatsoever. However, I wanted a very nice finish on the front here. I want it to be as good as possible. So what I did is I printed it upside down with supports all the way, just so I can have that really nice finish on the top. So the way to put this together is you have the the inside tool that picks up the candy, turns it around, and throws it on the tray here. So yeah, that goes there. Then you have the top of the machine, which goes just on top of that. This has two slots, one on the top, one on the bottom. So you just put it there nicely. And you have the turning wheel, well, the turning knob. The only problem is that it's not the calibration, because I know the printer is calibrated, but it's quite larger than the actual square that pops out of the mechanism. But I can fix that up with some hot glue, and that's fine. But for this episode, it's going to stay like that. Then you have the top of the jar, which goes there, and you have this top cap, which fits on top of the jar itself. And there you have it. You have a candy machine. Now, I don't know about you, but any machine that indulges my gluttony of candy is awesome in my world. So I had to do a video about it. Now, just to show you how this works, I have a packet of my favorite candies. I don't want to get sued, so I covered everything just in case. But for this experiment, my favorite candy is called large 300 grams. Now, these are chocolate coated peanuts. They're called large 300 grams. And they do not have a W written on them. So, oh, they smell nice. So what you do is you grab these. You throw them from the top. Yes, all of them. There. You close the top. Then you turn the wheel. And candy come down. How awesome is that? I love this. So there you have it, makers. That is my awesome creation for this week. It's this very simple yet very effective candy machine. The mechanism inside is actually, the hole is quite large, so it can fit larger candies. My daughter is absolutely in love with this. I already have friends who want one of these. And I think it's an absolutely awesome piece to display. If I had to change a couple of things for the creator of this thing, is the very top part of the jar here, I would possibly do a nicer angle. So because this prints without support, so if you lean the angle a bit more towards the 45 degrees, it prints much nicer. And possibly this plate over here, I would include another one at the back so it doesn't flip up and down. But other than that, this is great. I love it. So go ahead, print it out, have fun with this, tweet it out, post pictures, tag me. I want to see what you did. I also want to know what your favorite candy is, so let me know. In the meantime, guys, thank you for watching once again. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy making, guys.